Hi, Dan. It's Dan here. Observers have already said that ignoring OPEC Plus and ignoring US shale just smacks of desperation. Tell us what you think this means for OPEC Plus policy moving forward, and in particular, the meeting that they're going to have next week.
Well, I would expect that they'll have a conversation about perhaps tapering off some of the increases that were announced a few short weeks ago, especially if the administration here in the United States continues to use the reserve for purposes of setting world oil prices. So I would expect that that would be the conversation that they would have. And, as I just said, that's not a conversation or a debate or an engagement that we want to have or we should have with OPEC. We should work on our production numbers here in the United States and allow that to shape the pricing around the world.
Just quickly before I let you go, Dan, one question on the politics of all of this. What does this mean for President Biden heading into the midterms? Because I know you're watching that very closely as well.
Well, I think today's action is a sign of some concern about the 22 election. There's no question. He's mentioned it several times. His energy secretary has mentioned it several times. The price of refined gasoline, retail gasoline here in the United States is a political concern for all of those who have to stand for election in 22 and as the president potentially in 24. So this is driving the decision, perhaps more than anything else, because as I said earlier, it's not a supply emergency. And the only emergency I can divine or see in this case is a political emergency.